In mid-2026, two massive headlines from Uber collided in a matter of weeks. First, reports surfaced that their 5,000 engineers burned through an entire annual AI budget with Anthropic in under 4 months, struggling to point to a clear return on investment. Shortly after, leadership cut 23% of their people division. The stated reason was an operational environment riddled with complex, overlapping responsibilities. Having the capital to aggressively fund artificial intelligence, while simultaneously being so structurally tangled that you have to lay off nearly a quarter of an entire department, is a symptom. It is a phenomenon called corporate whiplash. When an enterprise tries to solve a deep architectural problem with an isolated, tactical software purchase, it fails. Introducing new tools into broken workflows simply scales the existing chaos at a much steeper price point. To avoid this outcome, you need to diagnose the health of your own operations. We are going to build a 3-part scorecard called the Organizational Alignment Audit. Before we begin, grab 3 things from your desk: your recent tech investments, performance scorecards for your direct reports, and your top 3 macro goals. We are going to use these documents to ensure the operational hardware of your company is fully synchronized with the leadership software required to run it. Without a clear baseline of where these systems disconnect, determining the source of your daily operational friction is impossible. Any further adjustments to headcount or software from that position are just expensive guesses. Step 1 is the tech reality check. Look at the most recent major software or AI investment on your list. Ask yourself, is this specific tool scaling an optimized process, or is it masking a broken manual workaround? If you force a robot into a fragmented workflow, you just execute a bad process faster. You must map and streamline the step-by-step path first. Once the manual path is clean and linear, then introduce the technology to accelerate it. If your team cannot clearly draw the streamlined workflow their new technology is supposed to accelerate, you have not achieved scale. You have actively funded technology bloat. Step 2 is role realignment. Take your team's job descriptions and set them next to what they actually do every day to audit their accountability. When vision fails to translate into daily habits, departments build insulated kingdoms. Looking at this org chart, you see where responsibilities blur. You must physically cross out any shared operational responsibilities. Keep trimming until every core task has exactly one owner. You cannot cut your way to process clarity through layoffs. Clarity requires explicitly assigning a singular owner to every workflow, leaving zero room for shared blame. Step 3 targets the strategy execution gap. Look at this diagram to visualize a massive disconnect. A CEO's long-term macro strategy sits on one side, completely isolated from the staff's daily operations on the other. Your job is to draw a direct line from a macro goal straight to an executive's weekly metric. Bridging this gap requires a trackable weekly metric, a measurable output that pushes the goal forward block by block. If an executive's weekly numbers do not mathematically drive a macro-strategic goal, your long-term vision is detached from reality. These 3 steps are part of a larger systems thinking framework. It relies on 4 pillars: aligning the leadership team on one destination, designing structures that eliminate role confusion, overhauling workflows before you automate them, and securing your technology and finances for growth. An organization is a live, interconnected system. You cannot upgrade the technology hardware without simultaneously upgrading the leadership practices required to maintain it. Management expert Peter Drucker diagnosed this decades ago. There is nothing quite so useless as doing efficiently that which should not be done at all. Diagnosing your business across these 4 areas allows you to accurately map your true operational terrain before you spend capital or restructure your teams. This completed scorecard confirms you have properly diagnosed your alignment. If you can answer the questions behind these 3 checks with structural certainty, you are closing the gap between your strategy and your day-to-day operations. High, sustained performance is only truly possible when a machine responds precisely to the intentions of its operators. Take this completed audit into your next executive meeting. Redesign your core workflows, eliminate your operational blind spots, and start scaling with intention.